Hello, my children. This is the Younger Boomer, and welcome to my internet front porch. Gather round. I'll tell you stories, give you advice, and some hard truths, and basically help you navigate this thing we call life. Also, along the way, we will have some fun. This is season 2. Season 1 was me trying to figure out my way around YouTube, about how to make videos, how to post the videos. All of this stuff is not easy for this boomer to figure out, and I'm learning a little bit at a time. I understand that many of you youngsters were practically born knowing how to do this stuff, apparently. Well, it is not the case with me. So I have an actual studio now. I have a fancy microphone. I got some good lighting, and I got a decent camera. So I'm going to probably change just about everything I did in season 1, but not everything. There were some things I liked about it. And I figured this is a good reason to just start all over and call it season 2. Now, I've been told by pretty much everyone who has a YouTube channel, whether they make money or not from it, is that you can't just post random stuff. You have to have a focus. You have to have a specialty, or else you're not going to get anywhere with your channel. Well, I come from a generation that when you tell us something that we can't do something, we're just going to do it anyway. Sometimes that works out. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to do what I feel like doing with this channel. I'm going to focus on the advice and the help for younger generations. But basically, I'm going to try to do whatever makes me feel happy. I don't really care if I make money or not. Doesn't matter. And this reminds me of a story about doing what you think is best, no matter what other people try to tell you. Back in the day, there was an older gentleman we used to call Old Fred. One day, Old Fred and his grandson Timmy were walking to the local market town, leading their donkey Festus in the dirt road behind them. Well, Old Fred thought about it, shrugged his shoulders, and decided that Tad had a point. He lifted his grandson up, put him on the donkey's back, and they continued on their way. After they traveled a couple of miles, they passed a group of patrons chatting outside a tavern. One of the patrons frowned deeply and pointed at his finger at the boy and said, "Look at the youth of today. No respect at all. That perfectly healthy boy is riding on the back of that donkey, sits there like a king while he makes his poor grandfather walk in the dirt. It is a disgrace." Well, Timmy felt terrible. So he jumped down off of old Festus and told his grandfather to ride on the donkey instead. So old Fred climbed up onto the donkey and they kept moving. After a little ways down the road, they passed a well where a group of women were washing clothes. One of the women saw them and gasped, "Look at that selfish old man. He rides in comfort while that poor little boy has to practically run to keep up with him. How heartless." Well, now, old Fred, thoroughly confused and wanting to avoid any further embarrassment, said to Timmy, "Quick, Timmy, jump up behind me here. We'll both ride." So the boy hopped up on old Festus, and the poor donkey trotted along under a heavy double load. Finally, after a little bit, they came upon the outskirts of the market town. A crowd of townspeople saw them and started giving them a real tongue lashing. After a little bit, the town sheriff stepped forward, looking furious. "Are you two completely out of your minds? That poor donkey is being crushed under your weight. You should be ashamed of yourselves for treating an animal that way. In fact, you should be carrying him. Well, determined to finally do the right thing and please the crowd, the grandfather and the boy went into the woods and cut down some sturdy tree branches. They lashed the donkey's legs together, stuck the tree branch through the legs, lifted him up on the shoulder, and carried him down the road, where they crossed a bridge over a river which led right into the town. The sight was so ridiculous that the people in the marketplace started roaring with laughter, shouting and pointing. The noise terrified the upside down donkey, causing it to kick loose from the ropes and fall straight over the side of the bridge into the river below. Old Fred looked over the railing, saw the donkey swim away, and he turned to Timmy and he said, "Well, my boy, we tried to please everybody, and all we did was lose our ass." The moral of the story is, while it's good to listen to people sometimes, but if you spend your life shifting your sails every time someone gives you their opinion, you will eventually do something stupid like carrying a donkey upside down across a bridge. It's far better to pick your path, trust your judgment, and just keep walking. Right now, my judgment is telling me that I should share wisdom with younger generations. In my 7 decades on this planet, I've seen a lot and done a lot, probably a lot more than most people have. I've made mistakes and I've had some successes. I don't really want to just focus on that. I want to add some randomness as well. I want to bring a smile to people's faces. So I'm just going to basically do what I feel is best, and we'll see what happens. So, my children, join me on my internet front porch for stories, jokes, trivia, and life lessons. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. But for now, go on and stay off my lawn.